Hey, Mike, fantastic to see you again.
You too, Paul. It's so great to see you.
So, you are an ADR mixer.
That is correct.
Can you tell us what does that actually mean? What does it involve?
Automatic dialogue replacement. So that means that, say you have a scene, well, like a Marvel movie, and there's stuff blowing up all over the place, and you have the dialogue of the main actors. Well, you have all that environmental stuff going on the set, so the dialogue isn't clear. So the actors have to come back into a soundstage, which is a quieter atmosphere, and redo the lines in sync.
Right.
So the
And
audience can hear it in the movie theater.
right. And so you're partly involved in getting that performance.
That is correct. So I usually get the picture from the sound supervisor, the editor. I get the cue sheets, and on the film, there is a time code element. They will give me the time code that hooks up to the first modulation of each line.
Right.
Say, I go to the store. So there'll be a set of beeps, beep, beep, beep. On the fourth imaginary beep, the actor will say, I go to the store, which also is in sync to what that person is seeing up on the screen.
Okay. All right. And you've got to make sure he gives the same projection
And
as he
performance.
did on set. So if he was outside, he'd naturally be speaking louder than when he's in your studio. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes, exactly. And
Right.
there's also there's mic techniques saying if they're down the hall, you can have them step away from the mic so it's a little more roomy or closer. But the main thing for the actor is to try to get that same performance that the director wants that's on that cut that they have.
Right. And also another dilemma you've got to imagine is sometimes you look at how many loops have we got in an hour?
Oh, exactly. So and then you got to prioritize. I had one the other day for a show. This poor girl. It was we did 8 episodes of a television series, but two of the episodes was just non-stop screaming.
Right.
And so, like, well, let's prioritize. Let's do all the lines first, and then we do the screaming. Because if you do the screaming first, the voice was
Okay.
shot, and you
Sure.
can't go back and do the. So yeah, exactly.
Good thinking. Good. Another good tip. Because, and also I've noticed, Mike, it seems to be a balance of the technical and the interpersonal. So, as in working with the director, the producer, you've got an actor who's nervous, and technically, you've got to make sure the mic's right and the radio's on. And,
hmm hmm
and I mean, I know you're exceptional at it, but that must be quite a balancing act.
What I usually do is like I'll email you, and I will try to get all the cues in the picture at least a day ahead of time. Make sure everything's correct. And then it's kind of a balancing act. I always tell everyone, like when we have interns and stuff like that, that my job is 80% babysitter and the rest is the other gig. Because you do, like you said, you have all these different personalities and
Yeah,
you have to balance them all out to make sure you get the performance that is needed for the art that's up on the screen.
right, right.
Because I've had situations where the actor and the director don't get along.
Yes,
And
yes.
I've had fights on the stage, and I've had situations where the director will leave, and the actor and I have 100 and some odd cues that we got to do. Record the cues for the actor. The director comes back at night. I have to play them back because they can't be in the same room together, and and then go back to square one again on his notes. So it's all a balancing act.
Yeah, soothing somebody's ego as well, I reckon.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. We have a lot of egos sometimes in this
fantastic.
business.
And Mike, the second thing I'd like to know, just to help the young people who are out there, and let's face it, I think we could do with a bit of positivism. Um, what sort of do you think you could say to help them? Any suggestions?
We'll definitely try to get an internship. Um, it's like I'll use my daughter as an example. She's just starting college. She wants to be a cinematographer, and she wanted to do the UCLA route, blah blah. And I was honest with her, and I had people in the profession like you to tell her it's good that you go to school to learn it, but to get your hands in it, that is the best route to do because that's the best way you're going to learn anything.
Yeah,
I mean, you can be book savvy. I mean, we all get through it, but when you actually are in that environment, you get an idea of what, okay, this is what it's really like.
yeah.
So it's my advice is try to get a PA job or whatever you want to do in that field and try to learn it and work your way up. And it'll be a little bit difficult at first, but you'll get there. That persistence that you have is going to make you get there.
That's right. And always, I keep banging on about, even if it's something you don't really want to do, even if it's a day's work and you're not really getting paid, I tell
Yep,
you, what else are you doing
exactly.
that's more
And
important?
believe me, we've all done that a lot.
And the other thing is the contact you make there may be doing a feature next year
Hmm.
and employ you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I still do that. If someone comes and is like, "Look, I got this, but I have no money," I'm like, "I'll do it for you. Don't worry about it."
yeah,
Because it's also my philosophy has always been: if you don't love what you're doing, don't do it.
exactly,
If
exactly.
you get in a field in this industry and like maybe this isn't it, but I like this instead, then go for it. I
Yeah,
mean, life's too short.
yeah. It's got to be, it is a passion, isn't it?
It is. It's definitely a passion. It is.
Hey, well, Michael, I can only say thank you so much. It's
No,
been
thank you so much for me to
absolutely
be a part of
brilliant.
this.
And
It's
I can't wait to work with you again.
you too, buddy.